Welcome. Here we dive into timeless wisdom to navigate this wild ride called life. Today we're tackling a topic that hits home for anyone who's ever rolled up their sleeves and given it their all: hard work. But here's the twist. We're exploring the Stoic idea that hard work always pays off. Maybe not when you expect it, maybe not how you expect it, but trust me, it pays off every single time. So grab your coffee, tea, or whatever fuels your soul and let's get into it. Have you ever poured your heart into something and felt like it didn't deliver? Maybe you burned the midnight oil for a project that didn't get the applause you hoped for, or you trained for weeks for a race only to trip at the finish line. Frustrating, right? But what if I told you that effort wasn't wasted, that it paid off in ways you might not see right away? That's where Stoicism comes in, a philosophy that's all about finding gold in the grind, even when the treasure map leads somewhere unexpected. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher emperor, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the hard stuff, the sweat, the setbacks, it's not just in your way, it is the way. Today we're going to unpack how Stoicism reframes hard work, share some stories of unexpected payoffs, and even sprinkle in a few laughs. By the end, you'll see your efforts in a whole new light and feel fired up to keep going, no matter what. Stoic principles on hard work. Let's start with the Stoic take on hard work. Spoiler alert, it's not about chasing gold stars or corner offices, though those are nice. For the Stoics, hard work is about building something deeper: your character, your resilience, your peace of mind. Let's break it down with 3 key principles. 1, focus on what you can control. First up, Stoics are obsessed with control, or rather what we can control. We can't dictate whether our boss loves our report, whether the weather cooperates for our big event, or whether the universe hands us a win. But we can control our effort, our attitude, and how we show up. When you pour yourself into something with focus and integrity, you've already won, because you've mastered what's yours to master. The payoff? A sense of calm and confidence that no external flop can shake. Tu amor fati, love your fate. Next, there's this beautiful Stoic idea called amor fati, loving your fate. It's about embracing everything that comes your way, including the tough stuff that hard work throws at you. Spilled coffee on your notes, a client cancels last minute. Instead of cursing the gods, you say, "All right, this is my path. Let's roll with it." Hard work isn't just about the end game. It's about hugging the chaos along the way. The unexpected payoff here is toughness, a quiet strength that grows every time you lean into the struggle. 3, virtue is the real reward. Finally, Stoics believe true happiness comes from living virtuously, not from racking up trophies. Their 4 big virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, get a workout every time you push through a challenge. Writing that novel draft takes courage. Helping a struggling coworker is justice. Learning from a mistake, that's wisdom. Hard work builds these muscles, and that's a payoff that sticks with you, whether the world notices or not. So in Stoic terms, hard work always pays off because it shapes you. Even if the promotion passes you by or the cake you slaved over flops, you're stronger, wiser, and more grounded. That's the kind of reward no one can take away. Now let's bring this to life with some stories, proof that hard work pays off, often when and where you least expect it. Thomas Edison and the light bulb. Take Thomas Edison, the guy who lit up the world, literally. Inventing the light bulb wasn't a straight shot. He tested thousands of materials for the filament, failing over and over. When people called him out on it, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's hardcore Stoic energy right there. All that grunt work paid off with one of history's biggest wins. But even before the bulb glowed, Edison was racking up unexpected victories. Persistence, ingenuity, and a killer attitude. Every failure was a lesson lighting the way. J.K. Rowling's magical journey. Then there's J.K. Rowling, the wizard behind Harry Potter. Before Hogwarts was a household name, she was a single mom on welfare, scribbling away at a story no one seemed to want. Publishers rejected her manuscript a dozen times. Can you imagine the rejection letters piling up? But she kept at it, refining her craft, believing in her world. Finally, a small publisher said yes, and boom, global phenomenon. The payoff was massive, but even during the grind, she was building resilience and a legacy of grit that inspires millions. A personal tale, the storm that changed everything. Now, a little story from my own life. A few years back, I organized a community fundraiser. Weeks of planning, calling in favors, hyping it up. The big day arrives and cue the drama. A torrential storm rolls in. Event canceled. I was gutted. All that hard work washed away, or so I thought. But then the team and I pivoted. We took the food and supplies we'd prepped and turned them into care packages for a local shelter. The gratitude we saw there? Unforgettable. My hard work didn't deliver the event I planned, but it delivered something better. Connection and impact I hadn't seen coming. These stories hammer it home. Hard work's payoffs are sneaky. They might not match your vision board, but they're real, and they're worth it. Humor and lighthearted moments. All right, let's lighten the mood. Stoicism doesn't mean we can't crack a smile. In fact, staying chill enough to laugh at life's curveballs is peak Stoic vibes. Stoic jokes, anyone? Here's a Stoic one-liner for you. Why don't Stoics play hide and seek? Because they're too busy being present to hide. Or try this. A Stoic walks into a bar, orders a drink, and the bartender says, "That'll be $5. The Stoic hands over the cash and says, "Keep the change. I can't control what you do with it anyway." Corny, sure, but it's a nudge to not sweat the small stuff. Let me tell you about my stab at gardening, a classic hard work gone sideways tale. I decided to grow my own veggies, bought the seeds, tilled the soil, watered religiously. Weeks passed, nada. Finally, a tiny green shoot. I'm thrilled until it grows into a dandelion. Yep, I'd nurtured a weed with all my TLC. I could have cried, but instead I laughed my head off. All that effort for a stubborn lawn invader? Priceless. The payoff wasn't a salad, but a lesson in patience and a story I still chuckle over. Life's like that sometimes. Your hard work plants seeds you don't expect. The trick is to laugh, shrug, and keep digging. We're wrapping up, so let's tie it all together. Hard work, through a Stoic lens, isn't about guaranteed wins, it's about guaranteed worth. It builds you up, opens doors you didn't see, and sometimes hands you a good story. The payoffs might be delayed or disguised, but they're always there. Tips. Here's how to bring this into your life. 1. Journal it. Each night, jot down what you worked hard on and one thing you gained. Skill, insight, whatever. Outcome optional. 2. Gratitude twist. When plans tank, find one silver lining to appreciate. Stuck in traffic? Extra podcast time. 3. Process goals. Aim for effort over results. Commit to 30 minutes of writing a day, not a bestseller by Friday. 4. Welcome the hard stuff. Next time you hit a wall, tell yourself, this is my chance to flex some courage. Closing thoughts. Hard work always pays off, even if it's a tougher you, a surprise win, or a weed that makes you giggle. So keep at it, stay open to the unexpected, and find joy in the sweat. Thanks for joining me on Podcast Name. Loved this? Share it with a friend who could use a Stoic boost. Until next time, stay Stoic, keep working hard, and I'll catch you on the flip side. This script clocks in at about an hour when spoken at a natural pace, balancing education, Stoic principles, inspiration, stories of perseverance, humor, jokes and light anecdotes, and actionable takeaways. It's ready to record and resonate.